Hi, welcome back to Wish Roundup. I was originally not going to do this video, but then I decided, you know what the heck, might as well show it. Mostly because somebody said it was very cheap aluminum, and, you know, I made the mistake of purchasing it before looking at the reviews. I said, what the fuck. I got a big ass TV that I'm going to mount on this thing. It's a really old, plasma screen that I, may or may not have found in the garbage, but we're going to try this thing out with a pretty decent sized TV. I think it's a 50-inch, so let's give it a shot.
Alright, so we got the package. I did have a little issue trying to get it from the P.O. box, so they shipped it FedEx, and I guess they put it in the back of the warehouse, but they didn't quite leave a note in my P.O. box, so if you're getting anything FedEx shipped to a P.O. box, just keep that in mind. Just go ahead and ask them. They didn't give it. They gave it to me, no problems. I can't blame that on the company. That's not really their fault. But anyways, we've got the TV stand. As you can imagine, we've got the TV right here. We're going to try to mount this thing too. So this TV does have a little bit of weight to it. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and let's see how exactly it holds up. Alright, so it looks like it's a fairly simple design. It does look like it comes with instructions. I can understand why they said in the comment section this is pretty cheap aluminum. I don't even know if it's aluminum. Let me check that with a magnet real quick. Let's go ahead and test this. Got a little bit of a pull on there, so that's not aluminum, that's got to be steel. It's clinging into that too, so that's not aluminum, that's steel. But it does feel a little cheap, but for as much as we paid for it, you know, it's not going to be really that big of a deal. I just want to see if it'll withstand something as heavy as a old plasma screen TV. This is a 50-inch TV, by the way, so we're going to go ahead and put this thing together. It looks like it came with instructions. This base, I noticed too, is actually glass. So, I think the glass is probably the strongest part out of all this. Everybody underestimates glass. They think glass is this fragile little thing, but I can tell you right now, if you have either tempered glass, bulletproof glass, or anything like that, usually you can be pretty good with that kind of glass. Anyways, I'm monologuing. Let's go ahead and put this together. Let's see how easy it is. First step, column. We've got the column. 3-column gaskets. We've got explosion-proof plates. Doesn't seem very thick metal, but if it's explosion-proof, then I guess it's explosion-proof. M8 connection screws. That is a actually referring to a metric measurement, which looks like it's going to be these right here. M8 is describing the thickness of the screw. So we've got those. Looks like there are 3 of these, so let's go ahead and put those together. Alright, so it looks like on the bottom here, you're going to want the side, or the side that has the screws on here. So it looks like it's been tapped. So you can just essentially just stick this right on after you've got this part here. Alright, so that's step 1. We already got the base attached to it. Seems fairly simple. Didn't say it was easy though. Step 2, non-hole dust cover. So we'll go ahead and put that at the top. Looks like we've got some nuts that we're going to put on here. These things. It's a square port connection screw, which I'm assuming would be the one that these things fit into. Alright, so we've got those. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the highest one. Alright, I just hand tighten them. I'll tighten them later after I finish this video. Third step. Looks like it's already starting to look like a TV stand. So, connection screws. I'm assuming that's these things here. And it looks like there's going to be some washers involved. We're going to mount this to the TV. Okay, so we got the hooks secured on the TV on the third step. Looks like the fourth step we're going to be putting some rubber pads, which looks like it's going to be these things. I was wondering what those were. On the bottom of the base. And then we're going to mount the TV itself onto the stand. And that looks like it's everything. It looks like they gave us some extra screws just to... I don't even know what these are for. It's kind of making me a little nervous that it doesn't exactly say what these screws are for. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking that these screws are probably for different TVs, just in case, you know, you get a different TV that uses a thicker screw or a thinner screw. I know everybody likes to use their own different TV screws and crap like that, so we got extras. So that's always nice. So far it seems fairly simple. Can't say it's easy, but I mean, you know, nothing's easy. So we're gonna go ahead and put the rubber stoppers on the bottom of this. I do like this. This is pretty light. This is really light. I don't know how light it is exactly, but let's go ahead and put these rubber stoppers on the bottom of this TV stand. Alright, now it sits pretty evenly. I do like that. Let's move it around because it's sitting on the TV and the TV's not exactly flush. So let's go ahead and hook this on the TV. Right, so this thing is, from edge to edge, is approximately, that's almost 16 inches, which is exactly 40 centimeters. So that gives you an approximate idea of what this thing's gonna, the range for it is. Alright, learn from me. Make sure you got that right. Alright, so now it's set. Now we got it in. Let's try this again. Alright, so I'm hoping those are the safety screws. It seems fairly like it's designed for that. Seems like everything was relatively smooth putting this thing together so far, except for the safety screws, which are these things right here. I did get the other one on. It was a little bit more of a pain to get on. So that's my first major complaint about this TV stand. But other than that, everything else is fairly easy to put together. I'm going to tighten this thing with a crescent wrench before I flip it up, make sure that these things are nice and tight. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's complaint number 2. This thing is kind of hollow, but it does seem like, I'll just hand tighten it from now on. Okay, so we got everything put together. Safety screws are a bit of a pain. This thing did pop off when I started tightening this a little bit, which I guess you can understand because this thing is pretty hollow. So that's my major complaint. Now let's go ahead and let's flip this TV on the on a stand, and let's see if it'll actually stay up. Alright, so now it's time for the ultimate test. We're going to take this TV right here, and we're going to actually see if this stand will be able to withstand the weight of this TV. So let's go ahead and let's pick it up. Alright. Did notice it looks like it's bending a little bit. This way though, it's not bending this way. So I think for the most part it does look like it'll support it. It's a little wobbly though. I don't know if that really seems as safe as I would like it to be. But it does look like it does stand. It does look like it would support the weights. So I got a few major complaints about the TV stand right here. I'm going to show you everything that I've been having problems with. For one, this TV stand is highly wobbly, unstable. Kind of makes me a little nervous that this TV is going to fall over. It was a good thing I found it in the garbage, but so that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is the fact that it's not exactly straight. I can show you right here that the TV stand, it does bend a little bit to where you can realign it, but then it bends back, so you can notice that the stand is not exactly level. Problem number 3 is the back container right here, very cheap metal. We've already concluded that it's steel, but it's very cheap. When I tighten these things down, this actually popped off and exposed these a little bit. And you can notice that as I was tightening those, they kind of caved in a little bit, which is a big no-no if you're going to try to secure something super heavy like a TV. I cannot recommend this. I would give this a 1 out of 5. It is still standing. I can't necessarily dissolder it because it's still functioning, but it's very poor quality. And when the cosmetics and stuff starts popping off because you're tightening the bolts, you want to make sure this thing's secure. But when it starts popping off and it starts warping and everything, that's a big no-no. So I'm gonna have to say I'm going to give this thing a 1 out of 5. But I would imagine it would work better with lighter TVs, but ultimately not with this one, not with older ones. Anyways, if you have any more ideas, please leave it in the comments section below. If you have any more Dishonored ideas, I'd sure as heck like to know as well, because I've been itching to get some ideas out. So please leave that in the comments section below, and thanks for watching. To show you before I end this video, I wanted to give you the exact dimensions of this stand if you decide to choose to purchase it. This specific stand is going to be, it's almost 16 inches, but it's exactly 40 centimeters. And that's up and down. Excuse me. From side to side, this stand looks like exactly 25 inches, which is 63.5 centimeters. That's just if you choose to pick up the stand. I don't recommend it unless you got a really light stand. I also did figure out that this TV stand does pivot a little bit. You can kind of see it there. I don't like that, but can't really say too much. Anyways, thanks for watching.